I'm Mike Looney. I'm the Director of Schools, otherwise known as the Superintendent. And the reason that we're meeting today is really to begin a conversation about including our students, our customers, in the process of improving our school system.
We were just here, talking about issues, or not issues, but concepts that Dr. Looney wanted to talk to us about, of improving our schools and education and just overall improvement of the way we learn and our learning environment.
And so our job as the students was really to represent our own high schools, as well as kind of the student opinion of what's actually going on in school, and kind of reflecting that back to him so he can get an idea of how to truly implement new policies that will affect us as students.
So I want us to have some really honest dialogue about Williamson County, what your perceptions are of our school district, and how we make it better.
Sometimes, teachers and principals and even the superintendent may not really know what's going on with the students because they can only see it and they don't really hear from us all the time. And I think this is a good opportunity for the superintendent to hear from the students so that they can learn from that and improve policies and improve how things are done.
We started out all around the table and we were just kind of talking about different concepts, and then we broke up into smaller groups and talked about bigger questions, and then we would contribute back with a summary of all of our answers.
So do you think there's been a change in our schools, or do you think it's because you are now a senior?
I really do think a lot of good ideas were brought up. I think that Dr. Looney was even surprised to hear some of our opinions, and I think that that's really important because I feel like a lot of times school board policies come down, and if students aren't interested in creating them or in really participating in implementing those ideas, it's not going to be effective to the students. So I feel like this was a really great way for us to get involved and for Dr. Looney to really get good advice on what we feel is actually important to address in our schools.
Everyone was completely full of ideas because, every student has an opinion upon their education, and this was a chance to make a real difference. So everyone was bubbling over with ideas and contribution, which was fantastic.
I always think it's a good idea to have the actual student involved in the decision-making process, only because at the end of the day, it's going to be us that gets the majority of the effect of what they decide on. And so if we're part of the decision-making process, it'll probably be something that we're more open to trying or open to doing as a student body. And so I just think that's a great idea.
And I look at it not just as we are just friends or we're just as students, but we are a family. This is the new generation, and when the generations to come, a new legacy is going to have to be made when the past ones go away. So when we connect to each other and we share ideas and we all understand each other, it is more like a family, more like brothers and sisters rather than just different people. All in all, it was very beneficial to hear all the opinions that came around, not just by students, but from different schools around the county.